Sonic Frontiers is the first Sonic game in a very long time that takes its story and characters seriously. Ian Flynn coming aboard to write the dialogue for the game really allowed for the characters to step back into the limelight, and this is probably some of my favorite interpretations of these characters in the series. So much so that I decided that I want to do a whole video series on the characters of Sonic Frontiers. We will go through all of the major characters that show up in the game and analyze the characters. We will go through a brief history, how they're portrayed in Frontiers, what the future holds, and all that type of junk. And before you guys ask, sadly, we will not be talking about Squid in this series. His character is just way too complex for me to analyze. Listen, put down your pitchforks, put down your torches. I'm sorry, I know. But in all seriousness, I hope you guys enjoy the series. And I think we should start with the first character that we rescue on the Starfall Islands. Amy Rose was first introduced all the way back in Sonic City. Amy is really into tarot cards, and her cards predicted that she would meet someone special. So when she and Sonic both met at the same place at the same time, it was like the stars aligned for her. And throughout the series, she's had a very strong interest in Sonic, always interested in what he's doing and stuff like that. Listen, man, if we're gonna be real about it, let's just say how it is, man. She was obsessed. Adventure 2 talking about, oh, I'll let you go if you marry me. Bruh, you are 12. What are you on about, bruh? In Sonic Heroes, her whole fucking motivation is to find Sonic to see what he's doing. And you might be saying, oh, but she's also trying to find Froggy and Chocola. Bro, be real with yourself. You know she doesn't give a fuck. It don't even matter if you kind of look like Sonic. If you kind of look like Sonic, that's actually Sonic. Except for the one time that you actually are Sonic. What the fuck? Amy, you got me fucked up, bro. But over time, her character has evolved. Sure, she still might have a fondness for Sonic, but she has grown into her own person. Amy is a sweet and caring character, always looking out for her friends and for the critters and wildlife. She's not a damsel though. She can be tough when she needs to and can very well take care of herself, which is why her friends respect her so much. That's basically the gist of her character. You know, if I were to compare it to anyone, I would compare it to Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. They share the same character traits, you know, being both caring, but also being able to stand up for themselves and the people they care about. Amy has been basically part of the main four, or aka the Dreamcast, ever since Sonic Adventure, and her character has grown to be a fan favorite. But how does her character differ in Sonic Frontiers? How is it portrayed? Well, this is where it gets interesting, because Sonic Frontiers stories and characters are a bit different compared to past games. In previous titles, it always felt like the characters were doing something, or if they were talking, it was like integral to the story. But in Sonic Frontiers, since Sonic is the only one in the physical world, a lot of the action is being done by Sonic. So when you are interacting with different characters, it's mostly dialogue. And in this game, a lot of the dialogue is really just Sonic and his friends talking about what's going on around them and the Starfall Islands themselves. And this makes Sonic Frontiers a way more laid back game. You really get to take in everything around you. It really makes you feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. Despite the other three characters, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy, being in the Cyber Realm, they still have an active role in the story, which is helping their respective Cocos pass on. Now, if you are unaware, the Cocos are basically the remnants of what used to be the Ancients, who used to inhabit the Starfall Islands. And with each character, you help the Cocos who haven't passed on by completing their respective tasks. And in Amy's case, she is helping Coco reconnect with their loved ones. She helps a mother reconnect with her son, and two lovers reconnect before their death so that they can pass on together. And I think that this task perfectly fits Amy's character. She goes around helping Cocos not out of necessity or obligation, but because she is naturally caring and a nurturing character, and she thinks that's the right thing to do. Amy is definitely one of the most empathetic characters in the Sonic series. Most of the time. And I feel like this task is perfect for her. Even when the Cocos die, she has somewhat of an understanding that it was more of a release for them than rather something painful that they're passing on in peace. Now, that doesn't mean that Amy is all lovey-dovey the whole game, right? There are moments where she berates not only Sage for harassing Sonic and the Coco, but Sonic for wanting to abandon the Coco in favor of saving herself, showing again that she's not afraid to fight back and defend her ideas. A key feature of her character is that she is steadfast in what she believes in. Even the people who are closest to her can't change her mind that easily. But by the end of Kronos Island, we can see that Amy has definitely changed. After helping the Cocos find their loved ones and seeing that their love can transcend even death, she decides that she wants to spread that love with the world. And I think Amy's arc in this game is true to her character. She is naturally a loving and caring person. So when she sees that love and relationship that the Coco have with each other, even in their death, it speaks to her in a way that I don't think anything else could. It inspires her to go and share that same feeling with everyone around the world. Now, what does this mean for the future of her character? Well, it seems that she's going to be going off on her own now. And I guess that's not really new for Amy. She is known for doing her own thing. She lives by herself in Station Square. She likes to travel a lot like we see in Sonic Unleashed. But now it seems that she has more of a greater purpose like we've talked about before. Her character seems to be a lot more mature after the events of Sonic Frontiers. She witnessed firsthand the ruin of the island and the state of the Coco that they are in. And even when things look like they're at their lowest, she still tries to help in any way she can. And that's why I think this game got her character right. It displays all of her traits: caring, loving, strong, independent. And they display that in the game in ways that make sense for her character. She goes out of her way to help the Coco because she sees that they're in pain, she sees that they're hurting, and she wants them to feel better. She wants them to, find peace after suffering for so long, after being in these shells for thousands of years. Despite her literally being half in the real world and half in cyberspace, she is still concerned for Sonic's well-being, telling him to be careful and stuff like that, which again shows her caring and nurturing side. And again, going back to the scene where Amy is yelling at Sage, despite neither of them having any understanding of each other or what's going on, Amy instinctively defends Sonic because she is going to defend the people that she cares for and loves the most, even if she is in the wrong. That's just her character. She's gonna stick up for what she believes in. And even though Amy has gone through it, she's been through the ringer in this game, she still keeps those traits, demonstrating her fortitude. Even Sonic points this out. And I feel like over time, Sonic has grown a sense of respect for Amy, seeing her as more than what she used to be, but rather a genuine member of the team who can hold her own and who he respects. In Sonic Frontiers, Amy is a more mature version of herself that we have come to know, and I think that it's a good change in her character. And it's such a surprise to me that even after all of these years, Ian Flynn was able to take an established character of the Sonic series and change her in a way that is both refreshing, but at the same time keeps her to her core and what made us fall in love with her in the first place. And that is Amy in Sonic Frontiers. Up next, we're gonna talk about what is probably my favorite character in the game, with my favorite character interactions in the game. But that's gonna have to wait for next time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment down below. What are your guys' opinions on Amy's character? Do you like her? Do you not like her? Do you think this is a good step in the right direction for her character? And tell me what you think about this series. Are you guys excited for it? Give me some feedback. Definitely give me some feedback on this video, because this is gonna be a series. I'm gonna be reading the feedback, and I want to know what I can fix for future episodes. This is gonna be it's gonna be a long series. It's gonna go on for a while, so I want to know what I can do to make it the best possible can possibly be. This is probably gonna be my biggest project I've done so far. It's a whole series, so I just want to make sure that I do it right. But just because I'm doing this series doesn't mean I'm not going to be uploading other videos. If I have an idea for something or something comes up, I will be making a video. And possibly after episode 3, which is the halfway point, I'll stop for a week and then make other content. But this will be going, I'm going to try to make it a weekly thing. So expect every week you're going to get this video. You're going to get the characters of Sonic Frontiers video, and then you can get some other video that I thought of. But that's all I got to say for today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.